Vallecas delivered a night that will be talked about long after the lights went out, not because of a classic display of attacking genius, but because a tangle of a controversial penalty. A technological failure and simmering squad unease combined to reshape the early contours of the La Liga title race. The scoreboard read 1-1, but the headlines were about much more. A VAR system that stopped working at the worst possible moment, a penalty decision that divided the crowd and pundits, and a goalkeeper whose saves disguised questions that could haunt Barcelona through the season. From the opening whistle, the match felt like a trap. The old Vallecas turf made controlling the ball awkward and gave Rayo a platform to frustrate possession-heavy football. Barcelona probed and moved the ball, but rarely with the bite needed to break a compact defensive block. Then came the moment that lit the fuse, a tackle in the box, the referee pointing to the spot, and a roar that split the stadium. For some it was justice, for others it was a soft decision that would, under normal circumstances, be revisited by VAR, except VAR went offline. What followed was confusion. Managers gestured, players argued, cameras searched for officials, and on the touches line Rayo's coach could barely hold his temper. A man in his technical area shouted about the lack of video review, and for a while it felt like the integrity of the competition itself had been put on pause. The technical committee and Medio Pro later explained that an electrical fault disabled the VAR system for the first half and was only restored shortly before the break. The official statements matter, but fans at Vallecas and millions watching on screens felt the effect in the moment, a big decision left without the usual safety net. That penalty, whichever way you view it, changed the flow. Barcelona converted and had a lead they would spend the rest of the match clinging to, not because they dominated, but because one man between the sticks refused to let them be undone. Joan Garcia, often a name lost in the summer signing lists, produced a string of stops that kept Barca level. His timing, his reach and his calm under pressure were the thin margin between a damaging defeat and a salvaged point. It was a performance that underlined why Barcelona felt comfortable investing in him, and it will be replayed by supporters who want to find something to celebrate in a night that otherwise raised so many questions. Those questions included a subplot that will not settle quietly. Fermin Lopez. The young midfielder's cameo was muted and, by the end, tense. Cameras caught him walking off the pitch with a face that suggested more than fatigue. With transfer rumours swirling and spot minutes scarce, a performance like this fuels speculation. Did his body language reflect frustration about playing time or something deeper in the squad? We can't say for certain, but the optics are bad and will draw headlines, not least because Barcelona cannot afford internal distractions when the title race tightens, and tighten it did. With the draw, Real Madrid moved 2 points clear at the top, a margin that matters in September and will matter even more come spring if form swings. Hansi Flick now faces immediate pressure. Are Barcelona's problems tactical, personnel-based or symptomatic of a club still trying to knit together a squad and identity after a summer of change? The Vallecas night suggests it's all three. Beyond the individuals, there's a broader takeaway about modern football's reliance on technology. VAR was supposed to remove controversy. Instead, its failure created a new kind of controversy, one that cannot be fixed by replays or press releases. Fans and pundits will argue about blame, broadcaster, supplier, federation, but the most lasting effect is psychological. Teams, managers and players felt the impact in real time, and that ripple may alter decisions, incoming transfer windows or tactical setups. For Rayo, the sense of grievance will harden their resolve. For Barcelona, the point feels like both rescue and warning. Joan Garcia's excellence gives Flick a talking point, but the uncomfortable truth is that one night of chaos exposed small cracks across the squad that if untreated could widen. Tonight was never just about 90 minutes in Madrid. It was about a season's trajectory being nudged by a single, avoidable technical failure and several human reactions to it. That is why Vallecas matters. Not because of the draw on the sheet, but because of how a technology breakdown, a contentious decision, and a few understated performances combined to shift momentum, stir headlines, and force every club in La Liga to pay attention.